Hey, I'm Michael French, and I want to welcome you to just a little presentation about Patria Bible College, give you a little background, and hopefully answer some questions some of you may have about our new school. Patria Bible College was founded by Patria Ministries and myself. Patria is a family of spiritual leaders that are scattered all over the world. We have quite a few pastors, itinerant ministers, missionaries, marketplace ministers, etc., who are all part of this network or family of ministries. We provide relational accountability and support to leaders, spiritual leaders, and training and equipping. Thus, out of that, Patria Bible College was formed. We're an accredited Bible college, but let me just be clear on that. Any kind of Bible college has a difficult time getting formal accreditation, particularly because it requires the U.S. Department of Education approval to have a true formal, full-blown accreditation. And for our part, we chose not to pursue that avenue because there are limitations on the type of things we can teach and the way we can teach things that hinder the spiritual vision we had for the college. But we are accredited with the Accrediting Commission for Biblical Higher Education. And more importantly, we are registered as an institution of higher education with the state of South Carolina, meaning that ultimately, as the college progresses, we have the capacity to grant degrees at the undergraduate bachelor's level and at the master's level. And those degrees should be recognized by most places because of the registration with South Carolina. It does not guarantee, however, that the degrees will be transferable to other institutions of higher education. And that's just an important piece to keep in mind when considering the Bible College. It's a great spiritual education. We choose to pursue things on a theological basis, on a foundational basis, but it's not always going to be recognized everywhere you might want to transfer to in a secular-based educational environment or in an educational environment where they're looking for the same standards as the U.S. Department of Education sets, and then also puts the restrictions on. We are establishing a broad range of training. We run the gambit on many things, both providing degree-based training, ongoing ministerial education for Christian leaders, and just educational, information, theological training, and ministry training for people's own enrichment in some fashion. It is a completely online system, and you can find us at patriabiblecollege.com to get more information. You can, in some cases, click the button on the slide that says Learn More, or at the end of the slide presentation, we have a QR code that will take you directly to the various sites to give you information about who we are. Our mission, our vision, we call it our vision is your vision. We want to see you succeed. We want to see the students at Patria Bible College succeed in fulfilling their purpose and their capacity to accomplish all that God has given them to do. We've created a unique blend of classes that run the gamut from spiritual disciplines as understood by the Desert Fathers and basic doctrine or theology, all the way up to training in biblical dream interpretation, deliverance ministry, healing, and other types of ministry approaches. Our online campus environment means you study at your own pace. You can take a class, and while you have a fixed period of time in which to complete the material, lessons are usually taught twice weekly. Sometimes they're once a week with heavier assignment base. But in that week's period of time, you could take the lesson early in the morning, late in the afternoon, the middle of the night. You could take it on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Basically, as long as you meet the weekly deadline to have completed the material, you're going to be okay. And the key to it is you have to have completed all the material that precedes any testing that's done or assignment due dates prior to those testing dates or assignment dates. As long as you've done that, it's totally at your own rate. Online discussions are available where you can interact with other students and your professor from time to time during the semester. We have forum type discussions that allow you to interact through text in a chat type environment or in a comment type environment on the various topics that are covered in the classes. So it's interactive, but it's also scheduled out in a way you do it kind of when it works out for you through the course of a week. We want you to follow the guidelines, though, to complete the work in the time that's allotted for it overall. And we want you to be in a position where you pay attention, you stay on track, you don't get so far behind that you can't complete that work that's there. We want you to choose a number of classes that works for you. You don't have to be a full-time student. You can take a single class, or you could take a full-time load of, say, 12 to 15 college credit hours. All of those things are available to you in this type of setting. Next question that usually gets asked is, what's the cost for this? Since we are a Bible college, our costs are, we believe, very reasonable. If you're taking courses for college credit, if you want to get the degree at the end, then those courses are offered at $100 per credit hour. So in other words, most of our classes are a 3 college credit hour course, and that means each course would be $300. You can take a full load of 12 hours for about $1,000 per semester, or 15 hours for about $1,200 per semester, giving you some savings. We also, we don't do the, participate in the grant programs and federal government lending type programs, student loans, things of that nature, again, because of those regulatory issues. But we do find ways to offer discounts and scholarships and things of that nature in certain cases. So those things can be available to you. There's also a $100 online learning platform fee. That's an annual fee that goes with every registered student, whether you're taking one class or, 12 hours, 15 hours, or you might even take 15 hours per semester over the 3 semesters we offer through the year. It's still just a $100 one-time fee each year. And then you will have books and other materials that are assigned. You'll have to buy those, but those costs will vary based on the class that you're in. And so effectively, that gives you a general idea of the costs associated with this. We do offer degrees at the bachelor's level and the master's level. We are building up to the master's program, so everything's not fully in place yet, but we offer basically degrees related to theology or ministry. So theology degrees are going to be much more in preparation for a pulpit style ministry or a teaching or training type of ministry. And most of the courses are, of course, going to be related to understanding the theological ins and outs of the material. The other side of the coin is the ministry-based degree, and that degree is going to be more engaged for people who are looking for practical ministry application. They're going to be out and engaging people in a personal ministry type setting. And that includes more personal ministry type degree, classes, things like evangelism, healing ministry, prophetic ministry, dream interpretation, deliverance ministry, etc. The thing we want to be clear on is we believe that you should know why you believe what you believe, rather than just believing it because someone told you. So all of our cases, all of our classes and courses are going to have foundational elements that pursue getting you to a place that you truly understand what you believe and the ministry that you're engaged in. An associate's degree requires about 60 hours of classroom work, 120 credit hours for a bachelor's degree, and then at least 36 hours of that associate's degree has to be at Patria Bible College, and at least 72 hours of the 120 has to be at Patria Bible College. We offer 15-week semesters for winter, spring, and summer. Basically, the typical class routine is going to be a combination of recorded lectures, written assignments, quizzes and questions, outside activities, reading assignments, and then interactive live Zoom chats with your professor and your fellow students. That pretty much gives you an overview of the class. You can go to our links here. You can scan those QR codes and find out more about our founding ministry, Patria Ministries itself. You can also go to the Bible College website at patriabiblecollege.com, get the overall picture of the college itself. And then you can find our current course catalog, which is constantly expanding. And that's available in that last QR code. It will be patriabiblecollege.com/courses-1. You can use those QR codes, make it easier to get to all of those sources. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us at info at patriabiblecollege.com or at admissions@patriabiblecollege.com. You're not required to have had an admissions certification or verification in order to register for the classes, but you do have to have completed an admissions process before any degree would be granted or certificates would be issued. That about wraps it up. Like I said, if you have questions, email us, get in touch with us. You'll find more answers on our website. Thanks for taking the last 10 minutes or so to learn about our Bible College, and we look forward to having you with us to learn more and grow together.